Hey guys, just wanted to say I apologize for the background noise. I can turn the fan off, but I can't turn the humidifier off for some reason without unplugging it, and I don't feel like getting shocked today. So yeah. But hey, it's Spooky Noodles. I'm here with a TBR video. So unlike past TBR videos, I have discussed the books I'm going to read, but I never really get through them. So, I hope I get through these. With that being said, we're going to start with the first book that I'm currently reading, and then we'll start down the list of books that I need to read, and books that I want to read, and so on. Well, they're all books that I want to read, but, yeah, you get my gist. So first, I want to start off by saying I'm almost done with The Stickman by Edward Lee. It's becoming a favorite of mine. I don't know if it's top 5 worthy yet. I have to see how it ends, but so far so good. I'm 154 pages into this, and there's 195, so I have almost like 41 pages left to go. So I'm doing pretty well so far. This is a sci-fi horror novel, and it's pretty good. I am enjoying it so far. And yeah. So next, we have a book that I started for my Islands of Horror readathon. My Islands of Horror readathon is, well, I paused it for a while there because I needed to read other books. I was getting burnt out really fast, and I got depressed, and I needed something new to read. So, nothing wrong with this book at all, but I just needed something. I needed something different to get my interest back in books. So, oh, there's my sister. Say hi. Alright, bye Mads. She brought Lula in. Yeah. So we have this book, Richard Laymans' Island. I'm 108 pages into it. I've been saying that in every TBR video that I'm going to get back to this. I hope to get back to this. It's a really good book, and I want to at least finish one book in the readathon that I created, you know? It sucks. It's a long one. I had to pick a long one, didn't I? And it had to be a Richard Layman book, one you have to really focus in on. So, yeah. But I'm 108 pages into this, and the book's over 500 pages. I'm sure of it. Yeah, it's over 500 pages. Come on, flip, flip, flip. Dry fingers. It sucks. 504 pages long. So, yeah, I have like 400 pages to go. Yeah, right. I doubt I'm gonna finish this month. It really bums me out too, because I created this readathon and I can't even finish a book in it. Like, how sucky is that? But yeah. Now, next, I have been interested in vampires lately. Yeah. I don't know what. Well, I know what inspired this vampire trend all of a sudden for me, and that is, there's this anthology that's looking for vampire stories, and I started writing a vampire story, and I was like, you know what? I would love to write a legitimate vampire novel one day, or novella. So, I wanted to read some vampire stories. So, if I can load it onto my phone real quick. I'm currently listening to, if I can get it up, Salems Lot by Stephen King. I don't know how far I'm into it, but there's 16 hours and 32 minutes remaining. I don't know how long the audiobook is, but I may have listened to maybe 40 or 50 minutes of this story. Very, very good story so far. I'm enjoying it, and yeah. So, speaking of vampires, we have 2 vampire books right here. and I've been hearing really good things about both of them. And I'm thinking about giving them a read very soon. And the first one is Live Girls by Ray Garton. This one I don't know much about, but it's such a short synopsis I can share it with you. So let's go. A garish neon lights of New York City's Times Square can be very seductive. And so can the... Hold on one second. What are you eating? Oh, okay. Keep eating. Sorry. You know, dogs sometimes they'll eat stuff that they shouldn't eat. So sorry about the dog eating something in the background, but oh, maybe I'll cut that out. Probably not. I'm too lazy. Let's continue with what we were saying. Where was I? Okay. And so can the promises of dark pleasures on the Cedar Side streets. To Davy Owen, the lure of the glowing sign advertising Live Girls was too hard to resist. He was looking for a little entertainment. He found instead a nightmare in the form of a beautiful and strangely pale woman. A woman who offers him passion, ecstasy, and eternal life, but takes in exchange his lifeblood and his very soul. So, yeah. I really want to read this soon. It's not that long. It's your average novel length. Well, for me, it's your average novel length. It's 337 pages long, and I think this starts a series. I'm not sure if this starts a series or not. But I have Nightlife, which I think is the sequel to this. I'm not sure though. But I'm gonna read this as a standalone and see if I like it first. And yeah. But that's my second vampire novel I'm thinking about reading. And then lastly, well, not lastly, because there's one book after this one, but the last vampire book I'm going to talk about is Bloodkin by Round Kelly. So let me read the back. This is actually a pretty long back, so strap in. I just felt like reading these past two books for some reason because I haven't really read them yet, so yeah. Here we go. Pray for the Dawn. The vampire curse of the Cravens ended over a century ago when Josiah Craven was buried in an unmarked grave and a stake driven through his heart. But tonight, his ancestors have awakened their great-grandpa Craven. They're planning a party in the backwoods of Tennessee, and the folks of Green Hollow are in for the night of their lives. The last night of their lives. A teenage girl is found with her throat torn open and her body completely drained of blood. A young bride sprouts fangs and turns on her husband. A little girl's pet rat develops a murderous mind of its own. A preacher goes insane and slaughters his entire congregation before feasting on their blood. In the best-selling tradition of Stephen King, author Round Kelly gives us a story of blood-curdling terror that will keep you awake long after the lights have been turned out. Bloodkin. Sounds entertaining. Yeah, that sounds really entertaining. And on the cover there's a church, little small steeple church, and a vampire, or what I think is a vampire. Yeah. Looking forward to reading this one. Don't know when I'm going to read these vampire books, but sometime in the upcoming months I'm going to be reading them, so yeah, get ready for that. So those are 3 vampire books that I'm setting out to read soon. Gonna be a little bit of a vampire marathon, I guess, and of course things pop up like readathons or reading challenges. I also forgot to grab one more book, but it's it's a Cassandra Claw book. Let me just grab it real quick. Alright. Sorry about that, guys. A Song for Quiet by Cassandra Caw. I am currently reading this for a reading challenge, an X-Files reading challenge. Very short book, 103 pages long. So I thought I'd blast through this one, this little novella. It's for the X-Files reading challenge. I totally forgot that I was going to read this after the Stickman book. So, yeah. But lastly, and I have to pop this one up on my phone because it's an ebook. I'm very excited about this book. And that's because it's by John Everson, who I've been meaning to give a shot for a long time. And I got this on NetGalley. This is a book I must read, so I have to read it. And I'm very excited to read it too. So, and it's a book called Voodoo Heart by John Everson. And I am one of few, I guess, that are getting this book to review. I'm very, very, very lucky and happy to get this book for review. I didn't expect to get it for reviews. I've sent so many things out and getting so many rejections that it's not even funny, but now I finally got an acceptance, and it's by John Everson. And I have an autographed book by John Everson too, which is pretty cool. But yeah. John Everson's Voodoo Heart. Let me read to you what it's about. If I can. If it has an about, that is. It does not. So I cannot tell you what it's about. But so far, what it seems like it's about is there's a detective who, and this would work for my X-Files thing as well. This detective who is looking for people who excuse me, people who are tearing people's hearts out, and it's all happening in New Orleans. So it sounds like a really cool story so far, and I can't wait to read it. I'm probably gonna read it either after the Stickman or after A Song for Quiet. Then so you just to get you just to order, just put these things in order. It goes to Stickman by Edward Lee, and then it's either A Song for Quiet by Cassandra Caw or the book I just mentioned, John Everson's Voodoo Heart. Then it's Island by Richard Laymans. Then after that, I have no idea. I want to start a vampire readathon, but I'm not really sure. It would be my own challenge, my own personal challenge to read a few vampire-themed books. And I got 3 good ones: Salems Lot by Stephen King, Live Girls by Ray Garton, and Bloodkin by Ronald Kelly. So, yeah, I'm set with my vampire books. But, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I am very set with my vampire books. But if you have any more suggestions for vampire books other than the classics, I'd love to hear them. I don't really feel like reading Dracula by Bram Stoker. I don't really feel like reading Interview with a Vampire by Anne Rice. But hey, you guys give me some vampire books to look up, and I will look them up. I'm just getting into vampires right now. Like, I was just into zombies just not too long ago, and it seems like I'm able to read one book and then I'm like done. So yeah, but I got a lot of books I need to read at the moment. I have a lot of friends' books I need to read, like Gerald Rice's Flesh Bags. Then I have my friend Jason Meyer's Cupid, and so on and so forth. The list continues of books I need to read. But this is what I'm reading at the moment. Stickman by Edward Lee, which is going very well. Like I said, I am 40 pages away from finishing this book. Well, 41 pages away from finishing this book. And it's going very well. I cannot wait for the extraordinary ending. Right now we're at a funny scene where, excuse me, where the murderer, or not murderer per se, but the hitman is trying to swindle his way out of something, and it's kind of funny. So yeah, I'm gonna hop right back into this book after this video. Oops, did I just do something wrong? This book, I don't know if it's just this book or if it's all of the books for the Stickmen. I'm gonna look when I get another copy, but this one is riddled with formatting errors, and I don't know why, but it's just riddled with formatting errors, and it's kind of upsetting because it's a really good book, and I bet you so much if people read this copy, they would be so mad because this is riddled with formatting errors. The book is great though. Don't get me wrong, the story is just awesome. I love the codes, and I'm loving everything about it, but it's just riddled with mistakes, so I don't even know if I can give this copy to anybody, you know? But hey, if you guys would be interested in reading the Stickmen, let me know. Maybe I'll throw it in the giveaway box. But it is riddled with formatting errors, so just to let you know that. That has been a TBR video. I am currently reading The Stickman by Edward Lee, and then I'm listening to Salems Lot by Stephen King. Then I got A Song for Quiet and A Voodoo Heart by John Everson, A Song for Quiet by Cassandra Caw. Then I have Richard Laymans' Island, and then after that, I'm free to read whatever I want, and I might go on a little bit of a vampire binge. So that is it. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you have a spooky night. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.
Now I am become death, the destroyer